What if I told you that Johnny Depp's next character is something Hollywood has been whispering about for a while? A role that feels classic, timeless, familiar, but also dark, mysterious, and gothic in a way only Johnny can deliver. Yes, it's true. Something big is coming. Something that mixes nostalgia with that haunting energy fans have missed for years. And honestly, if you've been trying to follow the drama around Johnny lately, you're not alone. So many people are confused, curious, and waiting for answers. But this time, the surprise is real, bigger than a rumor, stronger than fan theories, and honestly something that fits Johnny so perfectly that fans are already calling it his most natural comeback. This new character isn't just another role. It's not another costume, not another quirky performance. This one connects directly to who Johnny is as an artist. It brings back the magic that made the world fall in love with him, but it also adds a fresh twist that pushes him into a darker, more atmospheric world. And that is exactly why people are talking. Because this role feels like Johnny returning to his roots, while also stepping into a new era. A few days ago, everything started with a small leak from a studio insider. They revealed that Johnny was in talks to play a character straight from classic literature. A character almost everyone has heard of, someone iconic. But here's the twist, the character isn't being recreated in the same old way. The studio wants a darker version. A gothic version. Something that feels like a Victorian nightmare mixed with a modern cinematic touch. Imagine candlelit halls, creaking wooden stairs, foggy streets, long coats, and shadows stretching across old stone walls. That's the atmosphere of this new project. And the moment fans heard this, they instantly knew what it meant. This is Johnny stepping back into the kind of world he belongs in. Not silly. Not goofy. Not overly colorful. But beautiful, eerie, mysterious, and powerful. And of course, rumors exploded everywhere. Some people said he might be Sherlock Holmes. Others said Dracula. A few even mentioned the Phantom of the Opera. But insiders shut down all the wrong guesses. They said the project isn't a remake. It's not a reboot. It's not a copy of an old film. It's a new adaptation of a classic story. Something built from scratch. Something that blends the spirit of writers like Bram Stoker, Mary Shelley, and Edgar Allan Poe, but with Johnny's own style on top. And honestly, it makes perfect sense. Johnny's strongest performances have always come from characters who don't fit in, characters who feel misunderstood, different, strange, or beautifully broken. Characters with depth, pain, humor, and mystery. And after everything that's happened in Johnny's personal and professional life, you can almost feel why he'd choose something like this. A role with emotion. A role with weight. A role that lets him show the darker and lighter sides of himself at the same time. Hollywood experts are already saying that this role could mark the beginning of a new artistic chapter for Johnny. One critic said that this character feels like a return to form. Another said it's built for the kind of actor Johnny has become. Someone who has lived through storms. Someone who understands shadows and light in a way few actors do. A costume designer who worked with the studio even shared a small hint. She said that the look they're creating will remind people why Johnny became a legend. She mentioned long coats, gothic fabrics, velvets, lace, deep shades, heavy textures, and a presence that almost feels ghost-like. Like someone who walks between worlds. And then, there's the acting side. An acting coach who previously worked with Johnny mentioned that he hasn't taken on a role like this since the early 2000s. A role that's emotional, heavy, and deeply layered. A role that demands subtlety and strength. Someone who carries old wounds but still moves with charm and mystery. Of course, the big question everyone is asking is whether Tim Burton is involved. And here's the interesting part, nobody is confirming or denying it. Some insiders say the script feels very Burton-like, moody, surreal, artistic, dreamlike, and atmospheric. The kind of story that plays like a fantasy you shouldn't be inside, but can't escape from either. And remember earlier when I said there was a plot twist coming? Here it is. This exact script has been sitting in Hollywood for more than 10 years. The studio didn't know who could play this character. They waited. They searched. And eventually, they realized something. Only one person had the right energy, the right presence, the right shadows and spark to bring this character to life. And they chose Johnny Depp. So now the big question is for you. What do you think about Johnny stepping into a classic Gothic role? Do you feel like this could be the comeback fans have been waiting for? Or do you want to see him try something totally different? Let me know what you think. I love reading your thoughts. And if you want more updates about Johnny's next roles, upcoming leaks, behind-the-scenes stories, and everything Hollywood tries to hide, make sure you check out the next video. And if you enjoyed this one, hit like, subscribe, and stay with our community. Because trust me, the next reveal about this project is even bigger than this one.